everybody, Dan here. Just got home about 5 minutes ago. That's why I'm a little late. Spent my whole day up in Oxnard and then driving back. Made a few stops on the way back. Probably spent 6 to 7 hours driving today. This morning at 6:30, it took me 3 hours to get to Oxnard. So I'm beat. I didn't even have time to go set up the normal studio, so I'm just doing it here from inside the house. So hopefully if you be here tonight, I don't think there's any games on today. There's 2 of you. Hopefully we'll get a few more. But yeah, it was a long day. And the filming went really good up in Oxnard. The restaurant was great that we filmed at, Fisherman's Catch up in Oxnard. Chef did a great job. The manager did a great job. Owner set it up for us. He was really nice. So really appreciated that. That was good. Hey, Wham Bates, how you doing? And then had to work on some other stuff for next week's convention in Miami. Had to do all that on my phone. And talked to a few people about getting ready for Saturday. Not sure what kind of turnout we're going to have, but I think it's going to be bigger than December. December we had 500 kids, so we'll see. Hey Steve, hopefully you can join us Saturday. Be nice to see you. It's been a while. Yeah, come fish with us. Was that Team Camel? Come fish with us. It'd be great. Hey Eric, how you doing? So yeah, it's a real busy day. And I just walked in the door. Haven't had a chance to do anything. Turn on the computer, connect a few videos. That's about it. But nothing too exciting. Hey Robert, how you doing? I was up in your neighborhood today. It was really busy there. So we were just there for a little bit, and then I went over to Eric's Tackle afterwards. I should have told you I was going to be at Eric's Tackle. We could have met there. But I wasn't sure I was going there. What's this one? Melvin? I didn't get it, Melvin, whatever your message was. Why don't you email it to me? I'll post my email right here. There is my email address. It's my website, sport-fishing.com, which is Dan at in front of it. So if you put info or Dan at, it'll reach me. But I didn't get a message from you today. Hey, Alan. Alan's in Atlanta. Jimmy, how you doing? See you tomorrow at the office tomorrow, Jimmy. So we're going to be loading up the truck. I think there's going to be about 5 or 6 people showing up, so we should have plenty of help. Hey, Hector, how you doing? Tyler, hello in San Diego. John, looks like he's doing really good on the lobster fishing. That's good. Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't think about that. I was just trying to get through the day. They had the restaurant closed, so I couldn't have got you in for that. But I could have met you at Eric's. Hello, Joe. Hey, Sam. How you doing? Okay, Sam, you going to come help us? We're going to meet up at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Oh, Malvin, I didn't make it to the office today. I spent all day today in Oxnard and out in the valley. So I didn't make it to the office. Fishing Matt Ryan, hello. Warren. So 72, you changed your name, right? Because I'm trying to remember your old name. Why don't you post it there so I can remember it? James, they made your teeth even wider than they were before? That's crazy. So it looks like Matt is Robert's friend. That's cool. Probably another 805 person. Yeah, it was a busy, busy day today. Let me see if I have the opening here. Let's see if this works. I'm Dan Hernandez and I live to fish.
All right.
I have been fishing along the Pacific coast my entire life.
Oh!
Let me bring you in the action and share with you some great fishing tips along the way. I'm back. Hey George, how you doing? Drunken Chef. Okay. Hello. All right, Sam. Yeah, bring the power bait. Oh, I got a nice donation yesterday from Turner's. They gave me 20 jars of power bait. So I got 20 fresh jars, brand new jars to go with what we have. And I think Almani PD is going to give us another 10 or 20 jars. So that'll be good. Phil, how you doing? Yeah, so it was a long day. I left here at 6:15, 6:30. I didn't get there till 9:30, 3 hours. Then we filmed for about 2 hours, did cooking segments and stuff. Then I left there. Well, I stayed there for a little bit and shot a couple more videos outside around the marina for promos and stuff. And then left there and went to Eric's. And then when I was down there by Eric's, I went down back to the beach and shot some more videos. I posted one of them today talking about the event on Saturday. So we'll see. So I did that, visited another store on the way back, and then I ended my trip stopping at Bob Sands. So I stopped in Bob Sands, did a video with Aaron, and it's really neat that he is one of our success stories. Aaron at Bob Sands, he caught one of his very first fish, maybe his first fish, I don't know exactly, one of his first fish at one of our kids events at El Dorado Park in Long Beach. Him and his sister were on the same trip there at the lake, and it's pretty cool. I think they caught trout, if I remember correctly. So his mom had told me the story at one of the Fred Hall shows years ago, a few years ago, and showed me the pictures. And it was just, I think it was just before he bought Bob Sands, or the first year he bought it, that he owned it. And then the other cool thing was after that, she showed me the photos of the kids and stuff with their first fish. So that was really cool. Yeah, I was in Freeway Hal both ways, Robert. It took me 4 hours to get from Oxnard home driving, and then 3 hours in the morning to get there. And I could have made it back faster if I would have just got in the car and drove back, but I really wanted to stop by and see Eric. Haven't seen him in, I don't know, 2 years. And wanted to stop and see Aaron at Bob Sands. So it was nice. It was worth it. It was just the drive home. It was just miserable. So I didn't think the drive home would be worse than the drive getting Oxnard, but it was. I don't know how you do it, Robert. Really appreciate it when you volunteer so much and go all that way. What's the nachos question? How's it going? No, I haven't fished for anything lately, and much less bonita. I haven't heard the bonita are up here or if they're just in San Diego, but it looks like from pictures I saw, they're nice size in San Diego. So, no. Somebody else had a question. Was it Phil? Are there any potential changes to rock cod? Haven't heard anything. Normally they don't come out with changes until just before the season. So rock fishing will open up in April. I believe it's the same date for Northern and Southern California. We used to be able to start in March, and they pushed it back to April, I think, to make it easier for the wardens. So the whole state was the same. But yeah, right now there's no sheephead can be kept and no rockfish of any kind. And March 1st, I think it is, sheephead opens up, and then rock fishing will start coming in April. But there's bass. You can catch calico bass. You can catch sculpin right now. Catch whitefish. So I have to go to Miami next week for another television convention. I'll be talking to TV stations and platforms, mainly in Latin America, South America, Central America, and Mexico. There might be some people from Europe too. I heard there was people from Spain coming, but most of it's going to be that part of the world. I don't have my TV show really in that area. I mean, I did run into somebody that was watching me in Brazil, but we're not on any platforms or anything dedicated to those countries. So I'm going to go do that, see if I can get that done. So, John Nunez, you said you're catching a lot of bonita. Are you catching them in San Diego, or are you catching them in LA County area? Sierra says what? Everyday barbless. Sierra Nevadas. Yeah, Sam's asking if anybody's been fishing lately. Oh, okay. So Robert said he caught a bonita at the Channel Islands. That's pretty cool. Yeah, some of the pictures of the bonitas I've seen lately, they've been pretty big. Nice size, really nice big ones. Thank you, Mike. I'll keep trying to do it. It's tough. It's really hard to get sponsors right now. I have very few sponsors, probably the fewest I've ever had in my career, and it's my 40th year. And every company I talk to, they just keep blaming. I don't know if they're just blaming it on tariffs or if it is really the tariffs, but I know a lot of people are afraid to commit to a year commitment because they don't know if the tariffs are going to change, if they're going to go higher. So it's really hurt everything. So hopefully somehow I make it through this year and things settle down. But companies like Yamaha that would normally sponsor me for part of the year, they're not doing anything because it's costing them so much money to bring the motors in. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a challenging year. I didn't think year 40 would be one of my hardest years, but it may be my hardest year ever. We'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, so Johnny says, okay, so yeah, Johnny's down in San Diego getting them. Okay, so Johnny caught him in San Diego. Robert caught him at the Channel Islands on the 30th. What does Andrew say? If you could pick between 5 full day shared trip. I've only fished Hawaii one time, and the day I went, the one day in my over 60 years of living, it wasn't good. We didn't see any billfish. We caught one little Dorado. I was on an open party trip with 5 other people, and I had to watch 4 of them throw up all day. It was a little bumpy, a little rough, but it was still a neat experience. Andrew, instead of going 5 days in like a 5-day trip out of San Diego, you'd be better off going with us for 5 days in the East Cape for my trip to Mexico. It'd be a lot cheaper. And here's a flyer for that, I think. Here you go. Yeah, so this one, if you have 2 people to a room, 4 people sharing a boat, your price is only around $800. And it costs you a lot more than that for 5 days on a sport boat. So come join us on that. Or if you want to spend the money of a 5-day trip, I know it's over $1,000. This is $2,900, and you can go fishing for 8 days, Brazil and Argentina. 1 day fishing in Brazil for peacock bass, and then 5 days of fishing in Argentina for golden dorado, catfish. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, if golden dorado and peacock bass are on your bucket list, this would be a great trip to go on. Yeah, Kevin's talking about the old days. When I was a kid, we used to catch bonita at the end of the San Gabriel River, where Ballast Point is today in Alamitos Harbor. That used to be a dirt lot. And my dad would take our van over there, park it, and we would fish. Me and my dad, my brother, would fish the river with dead anchovies, spinning gear, Mitchell 300 reels, like 7-foot rods, 6-foot rods, not very long rods. Cast out a dead anchovy, let it drift down the river, and as it drift down toward the ocean, we would catch bonita. Bonita would pick up the dead anchovy, run with it, set the hook on it, fight the fish. Sometimes you'd have to walk down the rocks a little bit, but it was amazing. It was so much fun, and that's the first time I saw people using like poppers, splashers with feathers to catch bonita too. They'd cast it all the way as far as they could across the channel and then work it back. But that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And then when it got nighttime, we would fish in Alamitos Bay and fish off the rocks there for sand bass and whatever else we could catch, corpina and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Hey Jerry, how you doing? Jason says you're feeling a lot better, that you want to go fishing. That's great. We should go fishing. What's Joe says, Dan, I would love to bring my daughter and son this summer, half-day trip. Well, if you're asking me, I would recommend you come with me on my boat and do a private charter with me. That would be great. If you just want to go on an open party boat, there's great boats all up and down the coast. City of Long Beach is a good boat. Captain Bobby does a good job. And if you go on the weekend, you can meet Drama, who was one of the kids who learned how to fish through our kids club. And now he's a pinhead, soon to be a deckhand on the City of Long Beach. Let me see if this. Did I miss anybody's questions? I saw there was a question earlier. Somebody said they wanted to ask a question, but I think I missed it. Oh, so Philip's talking about tariffs too, yeah. Yeah, and the more and more in the news that ice is in the news, there's less and less people going fishing. So a lot of, especially Latino people, I would think in the valley too, that work in the valley and all those farms and stuff along the coast and all those farms, and they would jump on a boat out of Morro Bay or Avila or wherever, Channel Islands. Nobody's really afraid of getting stopped on the boat, but I know they're afraid, from what I've heard, of getting off the boat and going to the parking lot and have ice waiting for them there. So I've heard that from boats in San Pedro. I've heard that up in Morro Bay. So I think the more and more that we see this stuff going on, how harder and harder it is for the boats too to get people on the boats. So we'll see. What does Tyler say? Were you fishing on the Seal Beach side? No, I was fishing on the Alamitos, in the Alamitos Bay side. So I would just walk out on the rocks there, and not very far on the rocks. I mean, people would fish off the pier, not the pier, I'm sorry, off the bridge that goes from Long Beach to Seal Beach across San Gabriel River there. But I would fish up maybe about 50 to 100 yards and fish from there. What's Kevin asking? Yeah, I have to still work out the dates for the meet and greet trips, but yeah, we will be doing meet and greet trips. Yeah, Robert, before the bubble splasher was around, what I used to see the guys use was a piece of dowel wood, just a piece of wood, I don't know, about that big, across with eye-rings on either side. They would paint them red and white and use that to cast out with and splash that and then have the feather behind it. And then later I saw people using the bobbers. But that wood worked really good to make a big splash. So it worked out really good. All right, guys, I got 35 of you here, but only 20 likes. Can we get some more likes, please? All right, let me show you a video from today. The cooking, what we did today. Hey guys, I'm up in Oxnard today, and we're at Fisherman's Catch. This is Chef Francisco. He just made this awesome lingcod fish and chips for me. We caught up here fishing on the Coraloma, I believe it was, back last year. So we're filming cooking segments today, so you can watch it when we finish the episode. Thanks, Francisco.
You're welcome.
All right, and if you're in the area, come up here, stop by, see Francisco, and get one of these dishes. All right, I'm gonna eat this now. Bye. So that was there in Oxnard. And that was at Fisherman's Catch. It was pretty neat. They have a neat location in the back there. They have a little patio, and from the patio you can see the water, the harbor there. Man, that traffic was just brutal. That really wore me out today. Jim, haven't seen you in forever. Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully put some of the trips up tomorrow. I still haven't got commitments from a lot of boats, so I'm hopefully gonna be able to put. I'm definitely gonna put our 2 day and a half trips up tomorrow, but hopefully I'll be able to get some more trips up. Hello, Dan. How you doing? Wants to know what landings provide the best opportunity to catch reds. Well, the farther north you go, the better the rock fishing is. And one kind of exception to that is the Gale Force, the Sport King. They have some spots behind Catalina that have some nice reds. There isn't a ton of them, and they don't always bite really good, but they have some big reds. Santa Barbara has really great rock fishing. As a rule, you can normally always get some nice reds there. Um, so those are good. And then, if you go all the way up north to like Emeryville, you'll do good there too. So I would say, if the only time you have is to go out of Long Beach or San Pedro, like the Gale Force would be good if they're fishing them. But if you want a boat just targeting reds and rockfish, you're probably thinking more like the Stardust out of Santa Barbara, and go up to Emeryville, fish Emeryville, and you can jump on a boat like the New Huck Finn, Seawolf. Those guys have such an easy time catching big rockfish and lingcod. So much lingcod up there. Joe says, came across your show and loved to see the cooking segments. Cool. Well, we filmed 3 new cooking segments for you today. Hey Terry, how you doing? Huh. I've only seen people use bows and arrows for carp. I've never seen them use it try to catch bonita. Yeah, 805 area is really good for rockfish. So after I left Fisherman's Catch, and after I shot the videos and stuff, I went over to Eric's Tackle, and here's a little video from Eric's Tackle. Hey guys, Dan here. I'm over up in Ventura at Eric's Tackle Shop. I've known Eric for a long, long time. He was around when I started my TV career here fishing Southern California. We're in his store, and Eric, nice to be here, man.
Nice being here, man. Hey, congrats, Dan. Keep it up. Hope you do another 25 years.
Thank you, man. So if you guys are up in the Ventura area, come over here, say hi to him. Great tackle store, great location, close to water. Anything you want to know about the Channel Islands, really anywhere in the world. He's fished everywhere. Come ask him. He can help you out with it.
Thanks, guys.
And he rigs a lot of boats up too.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of boats. All right, so I'm on my journey here to finish my 40th year on TV. Thank you guys for being on the ride, and talk to y'all soon. Bye, everybody. So that was my 3rd stop this morning. Was Alan saying Cerritos channel by the power plants? Yeah. I've heard at that Cerritos channel over by the power plants that there's a lot of turtles there, big turtles. I've never gone back in there, so I haven't seen them. But that's what I heard. Hey Oz, how you doing? Nice to have you back here. Hopefully you'll be on the boats with us this year. What does Philip say if you go rock fishing out of Central Coast? Okay, that's good to know. So Philip, he lives up there in Central Coast, and he says if you guys want to target big reds and lings, you really need to go on 3/4 or full day boats. Terry, please don't tell me you're having another surgery. I don't think I've met anybody that's had more surgeries than you. Hey Oz, have you been doing any fishing lately? Haven't seen you in a while. Hey Oz, I have a trip for you to come join me in April. This trip, Argentina. One day fishing for peacock bass in Brazil, and then 4 or 5 days fishing for golden dorado in Argentina. It's normally a $9,000 trip, and for this one trip only, $2,900. $2,900 includes everything once you land in Brazil, includes your ground transportation from Brazil to Argentina, includes your fishing in Brazil, it includes the hotel, the resort, all your food. It's just incredible. So come join us. Oh, and also the tour of the waterfall in Brazil. Amazing waterfall to see. So come join us. Oz, you'd love this trip. Yes, I used one of those chairs today, Alan, when I was there. Robert, when I was at Eric's Tackle. I sat in this chair there for a while. I probably hung out there for about an hour. It's pretty good. And James, are you asking me or are you asking somebody else about going surf fishing? Yeah, hopefully, Terry. Hopefully, it's just age and it's not anything breaking. My ankles were bugging me. Jerry, yeah, the 20% discount is for private charters on my boat for January or February. So, yeah, if you want to do a trip in February, just sign up on the website, use that code. The code is FISH20. FISH20. FISH 20. You get 20% off. Yeah, Jeff, it's going to be an epic trip. I did the trip in November. And while I was there in November in Brazil, we went to a dinner show. And at the dinner show, the manager of the restaurant dinner show recognized me from YouTube. And he came over and he started sharing with me pictures of peacock bass that he catches there in Brazil. And I told him, it's too bad you got to go all the way to the Amazon to catch them. And he said, no, that they're 30 minutes from here. So that's when I told our tour guide that we really need to add a day of peacock bass fishing to the package. So they added it for me. So in April, we get to do both. Peacock bass, because I know a lot of people that's on their bucket list. And then from there, we head over to Argentina and go fish for the golden dorado. And the golden dorado fishing is amazing. It's pretty cool. Hey Lewis, how you doing? Yeah, we can go surf fishing if you want, James. I haven't done it in Long Beach. I mean, they say you can catch them over by Belmont Pier, but I haven't done it. Most of the time I've done it has been like Huntington Beach or Boca Chica. Where it's really good surf fishing is up where Robert lives. It's great surf fishing. But I don't know what that walk would be like these days, going all the way across that soft sand to get to the water. Might be kind of brutal. Yeah, Jerry, you can just go to the website there and pick a day and sign up right there. We can do that. Maybe Jason can help you with that. I'll be gone all next week. Next week I will be in Miami for a television convention. Well, Terry, that's amazing. 30 pounds. Congratulations. I wish I could say that. Jerry, all you would need to bring to do a private charter with me in February is your California fishing license, which I know you have, and anything you wish to eat or drink. We don't have any food on the boat. So whatever you want to eat and drink, just bring that with you and that's it. Okay? All right, Jamie, we'll pick a day. We can go surf fishing. See if I can find my surf fishing rod. So what else did I do today while I was... Oh, I shot this video when I was in Ventura too. Oxnard. Cool. Oz is going to Africa. That's cool. No, Jerry, you don't need to bring any tackle. You can bring your tackle if you want. I know you have a lot of it, but you can use ours that we have on the boat. We have plenty of gear on the boat. All right, here's a little video I filmed today talking about Argentina while I was in Oxnard. Hi, everybody, Dan here. I'm up in Oxnard. There's Ventura back there, Oxnard right here. And we're filming for the TV show today, the tackle box segments and cooking segments. And I wanted to remind you guys that coming up in April I'll be heading to Argentina and Brazil. We'll be fishing one day in Brazil for peacock bass. So if peacock bass is on your bucket list, you can do that on this trip. And then we'll be heading over to Argentina to fish there for another 4 or 5 days for golden dorado and these exotic catfish. So if golden dorado's on your bucket list like it was on mine, I was able to catch my very first golden dorado back in November. I'm looking forward to going back. Now, normally this trip costs over $9,000. It includes everything, all the food, ground transportation, hotel rooms, lodging, fishing, guides, tours, even the tour of the famous waterfall in Brazil. But for this trip in April, very discounted price of only $2,900. That's right, $2,900. Come fish with me in South America, catch peacock bass in Brazil, and then go down to Argentina, and in Argentina, golden dorado. Ituzaingó Lodge, it's Ituzaingó Fishing, is a beautiful, beautiful lodge right up on the river. The food is fantastic, the fishing is incredible, and the sights are just gorgeous, especially the sunsets at night. Just a beautiful, beautiful location, and the guides really know their job. So if catching a golden dorado, peacock bass is on your bucket list, sign up and join me on this trip in April. You're never ever gonna find a trip this inexpensive, only $2,900. $2,900 for 8-day adventure fishing in South America. Like I said, peacock bass in Brazil, golden dorado in Argentina. You can't pass this up. So join me. You'll never be able to get this price again. The food's incredible. The guides are awesome. The rooms are beautiful. And again, the resort is just gorgeous. Ituzaingó there in beautiful Argentina. So sign up today. Call the number below. I'll be hosting the trip. I'll be with you the whole time. So let's have a great time in Brazil and Argentina. and sign up today. Call today, call the number down there, leave a small deposit, and you pay the balance down there. It'd be a great, great trip. So sign up, and I'll see you in Argentina and Brazil. Let's go fishing together. Bye, everybody. So I filmed that before I left to my journey to the valley to stop at Bob Sands. So Oz, I don't know if you know, but I've been to Africa twice. Been to 5 countries. I've been to South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Botswana, and Morocco. Yeah. 5 countries in Africa. Pretty cool. When I was in Zimbabwe, I went to Victoria Falls. So I've seen 3 of the most amazing waterfalls in the world. Niagara Falls, of course, New York, Victoria Falls in Africa, in Zimbabwe, and now, I don't even know how to pronounce it, the one in Brazil. Pretty amazing. Yeah, 3 of the biggest wonders of the world. And I tell you, that waterfall in Brazil is amazing. Really neat. Great experience. So it's cool. I think that's all the videos for today. Alan, I had the same problem with your video. I don't know if you're using a different phone to send it to me. The only other time I've had that problem is when people send me a video that isn't from an iPhone. So maybe you have to email it to me. But yeah, I still had the same problem where it came out really small. A lot of pixelation. I'd play it here, but it looks really bad. So I don't know what the problem is. Yes, Quaker, I have caught tigerfish before. And when I was in Zimbabwe. I wonder if I have a picture. I don't know if I have pictures in this book. Let me see if I have. So. It's funny, you look back at the pictures you've taken over the years. Stuff I would never do today, we did back then. This is my first roosterfish I ever caught. I would never think about gaffing a roosterfish, but that was in Las Serenas. This was in Ensenada. I think it was the Constitution, catching skipjack. This is a tuna many, many years ago. Let's see. I don't know if this boat has any Africa stuff. There's Poppy. Well, I have this to show you from Africa. Well, on safari in Zimbabwe, that was our bathroom. That was the shower. What else do I have here? Gotta have some Africa pictures in here somewhere. Oh, okay. Here is the only warthog I ever shot. That was in Zimbabwe, in Zambezi Valley. This was an incredible shot of an impala I shot. It was really, really good shot. It's great. And Tom McIntyre shot this. I didn't shoot it. I was his photographer on the trip. Here's another herd of Cape buffalo that were checking us out. I was there on safari. Let me see if I have any fish photos from Africa here. Nope, nope. Nope. Boy. Yeah, I have to go through the photos. But I do have pictures of me with what do you call it? With tigerfish from Africa. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. Constellation from Ensenada, okay. That was the Constitution. Maybe I guess that's a constellation. Hey Rocket Dog. Yeah, Oz, if you can do some fishing while you're there, do it. It's pretty cool. When I was in Morocco, I didn't go there, plan to go there. It was when I was in France and the volcano erupted in, I think it was Iceland. I got stuck in Morocco for a week, 5 days, so I could get home because they'd cancel all the flights. So we lost our flight, so that's what I had to do. Thanks, Jeff. I know I have to have... Yeah, I'm going through all these photos trying to find pictures for the book. So let's try to set aside some of those pictures for you guys. But just years and years of fishing. Sometimes I forget how much fishing I've done over the years. But I have. Pretty amazing. Glad I still get to go fishing. Yeah, this is another rooster fish from back in the day. And some nice calicos I caught in the past. So, lots of fish. How many boats change names over the... Lots of boats. What's sad is the number of boats that are no longer around that were around back then. And the number of skippers I used to fish with are no longer alive. Guys like Russ Iser, Dipley, stuff like that. Pretty amazing. Jeff, join me in April. Come fish with us in Argentina. You'll never ever be able to do it for only $2,900. It's going to be an amazing trip. Here's the only antelope I've ever shot. That was in Wyoming. Lots of bird hunting. I think this is one of my first wahoo I ever caught many years ago. And this was the end of my first day fishing out of Las Serenas in the East Cape. And Brad took me on this trip. Him and Judy weren't married yet. They were just dating. And they took me on that trip. Introduced me to fishing in the East Cape. So that was pretty cool. I used to fish Las Serenas and then worked my way down south. Rooster fish aren't good to eat. The only thing I've heard people do to cook them is to make machaca out of them. But yeah, rooster fish we don't keep. We always let them go. Yeah, I used to hunt a lot back when I was a lot younger, in my 20s, maybe early 30s. And then once I got into the TV show and stuff, I just didn't have the time for it. I liked it, but the one thing that it's always struck me about hunting and fishing, I enjoy both, and I see the beauty in both. Being out in the woods, being, bird hunting, or being up in the mountains and seeing all the other stuff you see while you're out there, not just, the hunt, the shoot. I mean, I spent way more days out in the field than I ever pulled the trigger. But the one thing I didn't like about hunting was you could be like on a 5-day or 10-day hunt, and the second you pull the trigger, it's over. It didn't matter if you shot your deer on the first day or the 5th day, but once you pull the trigger, it was over. And what I really liked about fishing was you can keep fishing all day. You don't have to keep any fish. You can keep, a couple if you want. Whatever the limit is, just keep, less than that and let the rest go. And you could go fishing all day. So it's pretty cool. Thomas is what? Oh, okay. So Thomas, you're the one I talked to on the phone today about the company charter. Hopefully we can help you get that fishing trip together. Yeah, that's another guy. And Kevin, I found a jacket, my Tracer jacket from years ago. So yeah, I have lots of t-shirts and a few jackets from boats that aren't around anymore. It's 11 degrees. Wow. It was almost 80 today here. Pretty hot. Quaker wants to know, you use mono for golden dorado? They like to use Spectra down there. So all their reels are filled with Spectra. I would rather use mono for what we're fishing for. But yeah, they like to use Spectra. So Jeff is cheering for the Bears. And Kevin, I don't know if Kevin's even cheering for football. But he says, go Rams. I know Jimmy's 49ers. He's diehard 49ers. Yeah, I used to love to go dove hunting, quail hunting. It was pretty cool. I even did quail hunting a couple times down in Mexico. When Tom McIntyre was alive, we went down there a couple times for Sports Field magazine to do articles. He wrote the articles, I took the pictures. So it's pretty cool. All right, guys, it's after 8 o'clock. I'm going to call it a day. I've had a really long day. And be cool. All right, thank you, guys. Volunteers, please be there tomorrow at my warehouse by 10 o'clock. And Don't forget Saturday we need to be at the lake about 6:30 in the morning to set up. I think this will be our largest turnout ever at Lake. The video I posted about 10 days ago has between TikTok and Instagram and Facebook 78,000 views. 78,000 views. So our last event at the lake, we had 500 kids, and the video to promote that one only had 50,000 views. So I think this one's going to even have even more. So, all right, Oz, it's nice to see you, man. Come back and visit us again. Jeff, good night back there in Illinois. Stay warm. No, it's only 11 degrees. Hopefully you get some more warmer weather and you can go back out there fishing. I'll talk to you guys later. All right. See you guys Saturday at Lake. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Good night.